Hello everyone, my name is daanilion and welcome back to the channel. So I'm just doing a little intro, so we're just going to take a little look at Willow Creek real quick. Just because I didn't record one before I actually did the BFF's households makeover. So I already did it and I just wanted to kind of explain how this video is going to be formatted and just giving a little warning. I mean, you guys can read the time, but I do think that this video is going to be very long. And I'm going to try and do chapters so you guys know like which person's family we are doing. We're going to start with the Lee family, which is Liberty Lee's family. And then we're going to jump to the Scott family, which is Travis Scott, and then Holiday, which is Summer Holiday. And I gave them all families, parents, lore, everything. And also, you guys will see when we get to Liberty Lee, I did change her skin tone to match the My Sims character that her character is actually based off of. So if you guys didn't know, all three of these characters are based off of My Sims characters, and I'll put them all on the screen right now. We have Liberty, Travis, and Summer Holiday. They are from My Sims, the video game, I'm pretty sure. Liberty Lee is brown in My Sims, but somehow in The Sims 4 they kind of forgot that she was darker than they made her. So I gave her her original melanin back because duh. And all of their everyday outfits that I put them in are based off of these characters. So we're just gonna start with the Lee family, then get to the Scotts, and then get to the Holidays. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get right into it. So we're starting straight off with the Lee family. We're starting with Liberty, and again, like I said, I am basing all of them based off their My Sims counterparts. So the first part might be a little long, just me trying to find the perfect like similar clothing items to the thing, and I was trying so hard to find yellow floral pants for Miss Liberty, but I forgot that that's a young adult exclusive pretty much, so I kind of got a little messed up, and so I just chose some yellow shorts because why not? Also, okay, so Liberty comes from a Chinese family. Her parents are Chinese immigrants who, we don't have a Chinese world in The Sims 4, so I wrote down like they're from a world that's near Tamarang, near Mount Kamarebi, but it's just not on the map yet, you know what I mean? And they immigrated here. They immigrated from wherever they're from to the Willow Creek to, I don't know, give their children a better life, I guess. The same reason a lot of immigrants move to America. And I thought it was funny, or cute. It's not funny, but cute. Because Liberty, you know, Liberty America, and then Liberty has a little brother that we will see. He's a little toddler down there, and his name is Washington. So her family went full American with the names. Okay, we got Liberty and we got Washington. I think definitely they like taking this to like a realistic aspect. I think her parents definitely did that because it's better, or it's not better, but it's safer for the children of immigrants to have more Western sounding names. If they gave them traditional Chinese names, they could get picked on a lot more. And I know this is The Sims, it's not like that in like racism does not exist in The Sims, but like it does in real life, and so I play with a little bit of realism, you know what I mean? And I think that that's probably definitely what her parents like their process was with naming their children with that. So this is Kai Ming. This is the mother of Liberty and Washington. Kai Ming works as a fisherwoman in the mornings. She does like the early shift. I think it's like 4 to 9 a.m. and I don't know what days, but probably 5 days out of the week. And then she raises her children in the daytime and like does motherly household daily things. But Kai Ming actually loves fishing, so it's not like her job is like really hard. She actually really enjoys her job, and I think I'll put her as max level just because like it makes sense. Like she's probably grinded her way to the top basically of the part-time job. And then also whenever money is tight, because I would definitely say the Lees are not the best, like not that they're not the most like financially smart people. That's not what I mean. They just don't have as much money as as say like the Hastings or whatever. So whenever the money is a little tight, her and her husband Fang also do odd jobs. And we'll get to Fang, but Fang, he works as an undertaker. But the thing with Fang is he hates his job. That's why I mentioned Kai Ming really liking her job. Her husband hates his job. Even though his job is like the main source of money, he hates it. He wishes he could go back to school or go to university. I don't think he's ever been. And study something that he's actually interested in, which is engineering and robotics. However, with like their financial situation, it's not really the best idea for him to go back to university. I think eventually he probably will, though, because being stuck at a dead-end job is not fun. And also something like an undertaker, like that's just like someone working at a graveyard. And if you hate that, then you are just gonna be depressed and miserable. Because depressed because you're surrounded by dead people, and miserable because you hate your job. So it's just not smart in the long run to stay for Fang's family and his own personal well-being. But Kai Ming, I think she will probably stay forever a fisherwoman. Maybe she'll eventually get a better job, but she likes her job, so she doesn't really see the need for an improvement other than a financial purpose behind that. And Kai Ming is friendly with, like, I don't really know who else she would be friends with, but her and Fang Li, her husband, of course, they are friendly with Dennis Kim and Lydia Spencer. And definitely the reason why they're friends with Dennis is because Dennis is like the really only other Asian adult in the town. And, you know, Asian solidarity, even though I think Dennis would for sure be Korean, they don't care. They don't see a difference, okay? They're Asian. They need to stick together. They also, as a family, love to go camping at Granite Falls. They're all very nature outdoorsy. I mean, Fang is literally outside maintaining a graveyard for his job, and then Kai Ming is outside fishing all day. But where Liberty falls in love with the outside is not really, you know, touching grass and like fishing and all that kind of stuff. It's more of the space, like looking up at the sky, looking through a telescope. And the reason is because Fang one year actually taught her and was mentoring her in the logic skill through the telescope when they were out camping, and now it's like a daily routine they do every night. I actually don't know the Undertaker's schedule, if he works days or nights. I have no clue. So if he does work nights, then maybe just whenever he's off. But if he doesn't, then it is a daily thing. And yeah, that has grown Liberty to fall in love with astronomy, and she really wants to be an astronaut, which we all know she is an astronaut when you start a new save file, so that's where she gets her little interest in space. She also wants to be the first woman to go to Sixum. She reads a lot of books, a lot of sci-fi books, and they always talk about Sixum, and she's like, I want to go to there. I want to go to there. So she's going to. That is her life goal. And then we have Washington here. Very boring. He's just a toddler. And yeah, that's pretty much the Lee family. Just a cute little quaint immigrant family. I didn't give them much drama. But yeah, now we're on to the Scotts. The thing with the Scott family is that they recently went through a death. Sadly, Travis's father died recently. Very recently. Like, this just happened. Okay. And this has kind of ravaged the family. It's kind of, you know, Travis is like sad. He lost his dad, of course. Like, that is depressing. And it's like he lost his dad. It's his first loss in his entire life. And that's something that's really, really difficult. So I don't want to trauma dump, but here I'm going to. So I also lost my sister when I was a child. I was about 9 years old, I think, when she died, and it was hard. And for me, it wasn't really the loss of her, which, you know, kind of sounds evil, but it's just because I wasn't that close with my sister, and obviously I was depressed and sad about my sister dying. But it was more of like the actual like trauma that came from it was less about like the day I lost her, more of the impact that came afterwards. And I think that that's kind of what's happening with the Scott family as well. So here is Honey Scott, and then this is Vincent Scott. Vincent is the one who died. Okay. But I think what's happening with the Scott family is, especially for Honey, she's not super sad that her husband died. And the reason, she's been cheating on him, which is really sad when you actually think about it. Like, girl, what do you mean? What do you mean she's been cheating on him? I don't know for how long it's been going on or anything, but she's been cheating on him with, and you guessed it, Frank Hastings. So that is who Frank is kind of having a little side relationship with. The thing with that though is Frank is not cheating on, oh my gosh, I can't think of her name, Brandy. He's not cheating on Brandy because they're in an open relationship, but Honey is cheating on Vincent, or was cheating on Vincent. He's dead now, but yeah. So, and and how Vincent died is he is a construction worker, so like the manual laborer part-time job. And one day at the construction site, there was a freak accident and he died at work, leaving Honey alone with their 3 children, Travis and his twin sister Rebecca, and then their younger brother Philip. And she's also a business owner. She owns a local vet clinic because she loves animals. And I didn't give them any animals though. I was thinking maybe a horse or something, but I don't know if I will. I think she probably deals with enough animals in her job. But it's kind of sad because Honey was kind of the one making the most money and the more employed one, because their dad was only gone on the weekends at his job. But now the kids don't really have an active parent at home. Like, yeah, Honey is home, duh, like she's their mom, but she's not home all of the time because she's at the clinic working. And literally every child, all of their children were way closer to Vincent and definitely liked Vincent more than they liked Honey, which is kind of rare. I feel like typically with kids, they like their moms more, at least for me. But that's because my mom was a stay-at-home mom. She was the one home with us. My dad was the one working, so I got closer with my mom. Oh, and then I gave her 2 sleep outfits because one is like her everyday when she's with her husband. The other one is for Frank. Yeah, she a little freak. A little freak in the sheets. Anyways, I also give her a heart necklace, or just a necklace in general. I don't remember if it is a heart. I don't know if I put that on her yet or when I'm going to. But my idea with that necklace is she wears it on like every outfit, and Vincent didn't get it for her, Frank did. And so it kind of asked the question, like, is this a fair, like, just physical, or is it also kind of emotional? And if it is emotional, I mean, he bought her a necklace. Okay, if it's emotional and like they're in love with each other, then Frank technically is cheating on Brandy because their open relationship calls for only woohoo. Like nothing else, no like actual romantic relationship, but a woohoo partnership is okay. So it begs the question, is Frank also cheating on his wife with Honey? And will they eventually end up dating? And who knows, maybe Brandy is open to opening their relationship to the point where they have partners. Because they're both, kind of involved with other people. That way, Brandy and Lydia could be in a relationship, and then Brandy and Frank could be in a relationship, and then Frank and Honey could be in a relationship, and maybe Honey could also be involved with Lydia and Brandy. Oh, here's the necklace. I think I'm putting it on her now. I put it on her sleepwear first because it kind of made sense. Like, she wears it for him. Anyways, so it'd kind of be like a 4-way couple, like a 4-way relationship. I don't know, like, what would that be called? Like, not a... I don't even know what it's called when there's 3 people. a throuple, a fourple,
Huh?
a fourple. I don't know. We could do that. That would be fun, but I also don't know. This is just the setup that I'm giving them, is that they're cheating, okay? They're all cheaters. They are not loyal. Then we have Vincent. He's, of course, a construction worker. I definitely had the vibe that he is like Swedish. He gave like very Nordic, uh, Nordic European vibes. And I just gave him stylized outfits because he's gonna be a ghost. I haven't made him a ghost yet, but he's gonna be. So he really doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter what he looks like. Then we have Rebecca. I don't really know anything about her. I was thinking maybe she's into like fashion and stuff like that. Like maybe she wants to be a cheerleader when she's older. I don't know. And also, going back to Travis, I totally forgot this part. But Travis is into video games and he eventually will be in the tech career. And the reason for this is because Vincent, before he died, gave Travis a console, a video game console. And so since Vincent has died, Travis has been really using that as like his coping mechanism and has really developed his like interest into tech and video games, and he wants to dedicate a video game or video game series to his father who died. So I think that's really a cool way of wrapping that up. And then we have little Philip here, and that's pretty much it for the Scott family. Now we're on to the holidays, and the holidays kind of are a little sad, like the story or the lore I wrote for them. So sorry, girl, but Summer here is the youngest sibling in the family, and she has an older sister named Winter, and then she has her two parents, Molly and some, like, I think Dimitri is the name I gave him. They are two famous, like, what is it called, like athletes. Molly is more of like the bodybuilder, I'm pretty sure, and then Dimitri is the extreme sports kind of guy. He likes skiing, he likes snowboarding, he likes rock climbing, all of the ones that came with the Mount Kumarabi pack. They also, it's not a skill like the skating, but they also, in my mind, are ice skaters. And yes, and no, actually, it is not because of the Winter Olympics that came to my mind. I kind of just remembered, like, oh shoot, I forgot that we have literal like ice skating outfits and we have ice skating rinks. Like, what the frick? I always forget that. Anyways, so Summer here has her two parents. She also has two grandparents that are alive. Summer's mom, Molly, for sure Molly is her name, I think. They are Italian, and then her dad, which I think his name is Dimitri, is Russian. So she has a Nona and she has a Dadushka. So the Nona, her Nona is named Autumn. Nona Autumn is the mother of Molly, and then Dadushka Nikolai, I think is the name I gave him, is the father of Dimitri. And why the grandparents are important is because sadly Molly and Dimitri have died. They died a while back though. Like, you know how like Vincent for the Scott family, he just died. Molly and Dimitri have been dead for like a couple of years, and they died attempting to climb Mount Kumarabi. Sadly, even though they're really athletic and I'm pretty sure they would have like the right rock climbing skill, they both sadly still died. They did not successfully do it, leaving behind Summer and Winter. Thankfully though, their grandparents, or Dimitri and Molly's parents, decided to take them both in. Even though, you know, their parents aren't related to each other, like they're not married and they're not gonna get married. I think that's weird. They decided collectively that, you know, we lost our children, but we still have our grandchildren, so we need to, you know, raise them. And yeah, and Autumn works as, she doesn't work, she has like a home business. I think I'm gonna make their home a small business, and what she does is she's a florist. She likes to sell bouquets out of their garage. And then Nikolai here, he is a retired civil designer. Yeah, I don't think I've given anyone that job, so I just thought that would be fun. I don't really know if that like suits him really, but I think it does. Anyways, so the story goes that Summer doesn't really remember her parents, okay? She is younger than her older sister Winter, and she was pretty young when her parents died, and she doesn't really remember her parents. And she doesn't really like miss them because, you know, her Nona and Dadushka, that's her parents. But Summer is really, really athletic, just like her parents are, and like her grandparents always tell her like, oh my gosh, you're just like your mom and dad. And for her, it's kind of bittersweet. It's just like, I don't really know who those people even were, but like you say, I got this athleticism from them. But then it's like, no, I put in the work. I decided to be athletic. And then Winter is really into drama and theater. So she'll probably end up becoming like an actress. And she's in the drama club that comes with Get Famous. And okay, in The Sims, like, we don't really have plays. There are sometimes plays, though, when you are in that after school activity, which is really cool. But, like, there's no, like, active plays where you see what's going on. But just know, if there's a play going on, Winter is most likely the lead. Okay, she's a really good actress. And yeah, so that's pretty much the story. It's really sad. Winter, though, is really, really sad about her parents' death still, because Winter really remembers her parents. Like, they raised her until she was like maybe 10, and then they died. And so it's really more clear in her head, whereas for Summer, it's more of a distant memory. Like, I would say Summer's probably like 6 right now, and they died like 4 years ago, so she'd be like 2. Yeah, she does not remember her parents at all. She remembers Autumn, and she remembers not Dimitri. She remembers Nikolai as her parents, basically. Even though, you know, they make them say Nona, they make them say Dadushka, they don't make them say mom and dad because they're not their parents, they are just their caretakers. But yeah, that's pretty much the story of the Holiday family. And also, I just want to say, I am very, very sorry if I sound weird. I'm like not sick, but I'm having allergies. It's really interesting. I don't really know why this keeps happening because it literally just happened last week. The same thing, like the same feeling I'm feeling right now. And then I had one day where I was literally bedridden. I couldn't exist. I couldn't do anything. And my allergies were just so bad. And I don't really know what's happening. I think I talked about it earlier in this video, but it's happening again. So that's why I sound a little nasally and stuff like that. I'm coughing, but it's not a sickness. I am just having allergies, but it's really frustrating because it makes me feel sick, makes existing really, really hard, but I'm not sick, I think. I hope I'm not. But yeah, just wanted to preface that. That's why I sound a little weird. But yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. That's pretty much the whole thing with the holidays. Like, Molly and Dimitri died. And the same thing, I think I just gave them styled looks because they really don't matter in the grand scheme of things because they're dead. They are like not going to be really played with. Like, they're not going to be in the household when you play with the Holiday family just because, like, duh, that makes sense. Like, I try to play with realism. I know in The Sims, like, the ghosts stay. Like, they are just there unless you tell them to go. And when I'm making them in Kaz, there's really no way, I think, to, like, release their spirit to the netherworld. I would like to do that, but I don't think you can. But yeah, this is Winter. I gave her more of like an alternative vibe because I don't know, I think it's also really suiting the names. Like, Winter is more dark, more cool toned, and then Summer is pretty cool toned too with the clothes that I gave her, but Summer is more bright. Okay, she's more bright. She has blonde hair, whereas Winter has brown hair from her mom. And yeah, I really like Winter. I think she's really cool. And I actually connected her to someone in Oasis Springs when we get to that. And yeah, and also, what's crazy is this marks the end of Willow Creek, which is so crazy to me. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to take a little break in between, Willow Creek and Oasis Springs, do some other kinds of videos. I was definitely thinking of playing The Sims 3. I have been yearning to play The Sims 3. I don't know why. I've just been watching a couple of videos here and there, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, The Sims 3 is so detailed. It's so cool. I really want to make a video of me playing with the base game, like playing with the base game in one video and then maybe making it a series. I do not know. Depends on how I'm feeling, if I really like it, because I've been like thinking like I really want to buy some Sims 3 expansion packs, but I don't know if I actually like The Sims 3, like if I would play it long term. Whereas The Sims 4, like, I'm kind of stuck with The Sims 4. I spent too much money on this game to give it up. But yeah, let me know if you want to see me play The Sims 3, and also let me know what DLC you guys recommend. I don't have any, I just have the base game. So I'm open to buying anything, and I know right now it's on sale on the EA app, but I'll probably use like instant gaming or something because it's like $5 there all the time. And yeah, just let me know. I really do want to play, so I probably will do it without you guys wanting it. So yeah, this is pretty much the end. I'm just going through giving them all likes and dislikes, but yeah, that's pretty much the end, and I will show you guys all in CAS. So yeah, see you guys then. Okay guys, so this is the Lee family. This is Kai Ming Lee. This is her everyday fit. Her formal, super cute. Oops. Well, that's her sleeper, but this is her athletic. Her sleepwear. Her party. Oops, so sorry. Her swimwear. I also gave her some stretch marks on her body and some body freckles and moles. Oh my gosh, this is her hot weather and then her cold weather. Super cute. Then we have her husband Feng Li. His outfits are okay. I don't really know. This is cool. This is really cool. Basic. I don't know. Just very basic, very well, this is not very basic. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, these pants don't really even match. I think these ones look better. Okay, yeah, that looks better. Swimwear, he also has some body freckles and stuff. His hot weather and then his cold weather. Cute, cute. Then we have the star of the show, the star of the Lee family, not the Liberty family. Liberty Lee, of course. Who is the sim that we derived this whole family from. This is her everyday, her formal, her athletic, her sleepwear, that's what it's called, her party. Her colors and like her whole theme is so cute, very yellow. I really like it though. This is so cute, like this goes so well together. Her swimwear, hot weather, and then her cold weather. Yeah, very colorful. I really like it though. And then her little brother, I'm not gonna show his outfits because he's just a toddler. This is Washington. Yeah. And then we have the Scotts. This is the mother of the Scott family, Honey. This is the father, Vincent, who oh, Danielle, I didn't make it full edit mode, but I will make him a ghost. Okay, he will be a ghost when I put them on the gallery. I wanted to do that right now. I will go and do that next with the Holiday family because we have 2 ghosts in there, but I will make sure to do that. I don't know what his cause of death will be. I'm thinking, well, it's an accident on a construction site. I was thinking, I don't really know. What would that be? Maybe electrocution? Like died from electrocution? Maybe that? I will let y'all know though when I do the holidays little overview because I will get him done first. I didn't go through Honey's outfits, so let's do that. This is her everyday. I feel like she definitely would dress more feminine, but because she works as a veterinarian like all the time, her everyday kind of has to be like vet approved or like able to like move around and work with a lot of like animals. But definitely I think her actual fashion is very feminine. I have no clue what her party looks like, but we'll see if I gave her a more feminine look. Then we have her formal. Yeah, so cute. Her athletic wear, her sleepwear, and she has 2. We talked about this in the video. She has one for her husband, which is the first one. Very cute. Very, basic. Like, not just for her husband. I'm sorry. Like, just for existing. Okay, she does not exist for men. But then she has this one fit that is for men. And it's for her, what is it called? Like, her secret little boyfriend. This is for Frank Hastings, not for Vincent. Vincent has never seen this lingerie ever. Then we have her party. Okay, no, wait. Where's her shoes? What the frick? Where did her shoes go? Did I give her shoes at all? Did I? Uh-oh. She's more of like a southern belle, like southern feminine. Oopsies. So sorry. That's my fault. Actually, she would have some cowboy boots on for sure. Let's do that one. Yeah, a Southern Belle. Okay, that's what she is. Her bathing suit. I don't know. She's not even queer, but I mean, she could be queer if she wanted to be. And what the heck? I need to give her cowboy boots. Like what? She's a cowgirl for sure. Same with this fit. And then her cold weather. Sorry, I didn't even give her hot weather a little look. Yeah, her hot weather and then her cold weather. Vincent, not gonna show you guys. I just did styled looks. And plus he's gonna be dead, so it's not that big of a deal. Then we have little Travis here, and I don't know like how he got piss yellow hair when his parents have like blonde and then red hair. I mean, I guess maybe I could see that happening, like the orange made it a little pissy. I don't really know. But I kept his hair yellow because that's how he looks. And I just felt like it was right. And I mean, also, if you look at the land grabs, Malcolm has this colored hair too. And none of his parents have that hair color as well. So I guess blonde just runs in the family in different shades. But anyways, this is his everyday fit. His formal. His athletic. His sleepwear, his party wear, his swimwear, his hot weather, and then his cold weather. Super cute. Then we have Rebecca. This is Travis's twin sister. This is her. Oh, see, she has cowgirl boots on. Hey. So I don't know why I didn't give her mom those two, but I would say, but Rebecca's also very, very southern. They're all southern. What am I talking about? But she's more like in touch with the southern part. And what is this shirt? I've never seen this shirt before. Oh, it's a cat taco. Okay, sorry. Anyways, this is her everyday. This is her, what is it called? Formal. Her athletic. This is her sleepwear. Her party. Yeah, very southern, very southern. Her swimwear. Her party. No, her hot weather. Which... Yeah. And then her cold weather. And I don't know why her everyday fit is not pink. Because pink's her favorite color, but, you know, she doesn't need to have pink on all the time. Then they have their little brother, Philip. And again, I'm not going to show you guys any of his fits because it's all styled fits. And he's just a baby. So, yeah, that was the Scott family. I will go in and make Vincent a ghost, and I will kill him in whatever way I deem fit. And then we have the Holiday family, and I do have it on full edit mode. I decided to do electrocution for Vincent. But these guys, Molly, death by falling height, and then Dimitri as well. He dies from the exact same thing. Where is it? And yeah, I'm also not really gonna go through them simply just because I gave them just styled looks because they are ghosts. They are just there for the lore for the other characters. So let's jump to Autumn DeLuca. I also didn't say this, but that is Molly's, what is the word called? Maiden name. That's her maiden name. This is Autumn. She's a little florist girly. Yeah, super cute. I think I gave like all of her outfits a very floral touch because she is a florist. So this is her everyday. This is her formal. Oh, broke your hip. This is her formal. Her athletic. Probably will never see that anyway, so yes. Her sleepwear. Her party wear, her swimwear, her hot weather, and then her cold weather. And I gave her this hair because I thought it would be so cute for her to have some pink in her hair. Like, she's old, but she's still fun. And I gave her, like, really, like, she looks really old with the facial, what is it called? The facial details, which I really like. I think it's so cool that they added that. I actually didn't know that existed until I have been doing this because, again, I play with mods. So I literally know nothing from like the base game, from other packs. Like I exclusively really use mods. So I don't know what's in the game and what's not in the game. You know what I mean? Anyways, so this is Nikolai Holiday. He is a retired civil designer. He's also Russian. And also, I put this in the editing. I didn't say this though. Nikolai is from Forgotten Hollow, and I was looking it up, like what is like the closest world in The Sims 4 to Russia, and that would be Forgotten Hollow, which I didn't even think about. Like I didn't realize it was like Eastern European because it's like Romania. So it makes sense. So he's kind of like the Lees. Like they're not from Mount Komorebi or Tomering. They're from somewhere else, but really close to that area. So like he's maybe not far from Forgotten Hollow, but he's from the general area. Okay. And Autumn here, she's Italian, so she's definitely from like Tartosa, or somewhere adjacent to Tartosa. And yeah, just to, you know, put them on the map. I really think that's fun, and I'm also a geography major, so it's fun to like think like geographically and spatially. But yes, this is Nikolai Holiday. My idea for him, actually, I think he's an ex-dancer. This is kind of where like the athleticism comes from in the family. I think he was a dancer. I don't know what, like ballet or something. I think he definitely liked to perform. This is Nikolai. This is his formal wear. This is his athletic. This is his sleepwear, his party. Super cute. Wait, what the fuck? Why do you have earrings? Why do you have a septum? What? Since when, Nikolai? Since when did you have that on? Anyways, this is his swimwear, his hot weather, and his cold weather. And purple is like his favorite color. And also they Nikolai and Autumn, actually no, Autumn. My idea, Autumn never got married like ever. But Nikolai did have a wife, but she is long gone. That's why I didn't create her, because it's just like she's long gone, like she been dead. Sorry. Anyways, then we have Winter here. She's so cool. She is our drama girly. Just want to look at her makeup real quick. Super cool. I've actually never gotten this eyeliner to work, but I think her features really suit this eyeliner from what pack? From high school years? Yeah. So this is Miss Winter. This is her everyday. This is her formal. This is her, what's it called? Athletic. I always forget, bruh. Her sleepwear, her party, super cute, her swimwear, her hot weather, which the problem with the shirt is I feel like it makes their body look so weird, but maybe she's kind of top heavy, I don't know. And then her cold weather. Also, like Nikolai, purple is definitely her favorite color. That is Winter, super cute. And then, of course, we have Summer. Very pastel. Very pink and blue is like her vibe, but also very, very pastel. But yeah, this is Summer Holiday. Super cute. Whoa. The big problem I have with Summer is her eyes are crazy. Oh my gosh, her eyes are actually crazy looking. But this is her formal wear, her athletic, her sleepwear, her party wear. This is less like pastel. I mean, it's still pastel, but yeah, you get what I mean. Her swimwear, her hot weather, and then her cold weather. Super cute. And yeah, that's pretty much all of the Sims. I will add them all to my gallery. They will all be separated to the Holiday, the Scots, and the Lees. They will all be uploaded separately, and I will go in and add in relationships. I will add careers, skills, etc. like I always do. I don't know if that stuff actually sticks to the sim though. I know the skills do. I do not know if the career does. So my fault if it doesn't. I don't know. I have literally no clue. I don't really download Sims from the gallery, so I don't know. So I will be doing that, and I also will be adding in some lore with the other townies. Again, like, you know, Frank and Honey having their affair and stuff like that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to, please like and subscribe. It is free. It doesn't You don't have to pay for anything, and it would also help me out a lot. Again, thank you all so much for the support and for watching every part of the series if you have. And thank you for watching to the end. And I'm so glad that Willow Creek is finally done. This was the last household I needed to do, and it is done. I am done with this project. Not fully, because I still want to do Oasis Springs, but I am just so proud of myself, and I am so proud of everyone who's also watched this, because I know it's not the most entertaining content. It's just Kaz, but if you like Kaz, you know, then it's your thing. But trust me, later down the line, we will get to actual gameplay. I am a more gameplay focused player. I don't really like Kaz like that. I'm good at it, but it's not my favorite part. I do prefer playing with The Sims, so I hope to play with Oasis Springs and Willow Creek. Once I am done with Oasis Springs, I will make a series for sure. I want to do that. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.